Quite a lot. Got stuck because it's a neighbor of German.
Yeah.
And Hungary was bilingual.
Right.
Because that was once upon a time the Hungarian Austrian Empire.
Right.
So actually that's the only other language is still with me, some of the Germans.
Mm-hmm.
When I lived in Sweden, I love languages.
Yeah.
Then I learned Swedish, and they told me you don't have to say anything, you speak like a born Swede. And 8 years in school French, and it's all gone because I had nobody to practice with.
Right.
You know, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah. Oh.
When I came to the United States, I didn't speak one word of English.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I did, I went to night school.
Where'd you go to night school? What school?
Here in New York.
Did you remember the name of the school?
Night English course, yeah.
No, but what was the name of the school?
Oh, honey, I don't remember
okay.
that. I came here in 1950.
1950?
Yeah. 1950.
Where did you live after the war?
After when?
After the war.
After the war, 45,
Yeah, from 45 to 50, where were you living?
Sweden.
You were living in Sweden that whole time?
Yeah, I came here from Sweden.
No.
I came with a good boat, little boat,
Mm-hmm.
very sturdy little boat. And I lived in Queens till I got married.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Heights, and worked in New York, in Manhattan, a very swanky dress designing store. I had 2 designer diplomas,
Impressive.
one from Hungary and one from New York. Dress designing.
Yeah. Did you ever go back to Hungary after the war?
I went back with Hungary only once.
Only once after
Because
the war?
my father and my stepmother were still alive,
Really?
and they've never been out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
So after we got rid of the store, that happened so that my father-in-law died, and we took care of my mother-in-law because the daughters didn't bother. So I got stuck with my mother-in-law. And she wasn't exactly in love with me, so to speak. So one day she was gotten very angry at me for some reason, I don't know. But went with for my throat.
What for your throat?
Physically. And after that, I had a telephone call from one of her daughters telling me, if you don't like my mother and you this and that, get yourself together and go back where you came from.
Huh.
And I was just sitting by the phone and lost my speech completely. And your grandfather came home and said, what's the matter? So I told him when I got back to myself. And then he decided we sell the store and we take a trip to Europe. And that was in 1971.
Huh. And that's when you went back to
So
Hungary?
where we should go? I said, I very much would like you to see Hungary, which is a beautiful country. And from there, we go to Austria, and we go to Switzerland and stop off a bit in Italy, then we come back. So in Hungary, he had a wonderful time because Hungary actually is very lovely, very beautiful country, especially Budapest on the Danube.
Mm-hmm.
It's a twin city like Buda and Pest. One is one side of the Danube and the other one is the other side.
Yeah.
And we went all over. He enjoyed himself. And also my parents. And then we went to Vienna, Austria. Then he had a picnic all over, because that too is a wonderful little country. And from there to Switzerland, and that was the epitome of traveling, because the mountains and the Alps and the Jungfrau and the accommodation, we were in a castle and wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and then we came home to Zurich. Zurich is in Switzerland. And your father picked us up at the airport. And of course, I asked what's with Grandma. He said that Aunt Pauline put her in home. Okay.
Mm.
So then I found out where is the home and Wittenbach. So I went to see her, but I said to Dad that I go first. I said to your grandfather,
Mm-hmm.
I go first and see what's what, and then you can see her. The poor thing was tied down to a chair, black and blue, beaten up, all that. So I said to your grandfather, I don't want you to go in and see her till it's in a better condition. So I went there, visit her practically every day, and made sure that everything is better and this and that. And she thought that your grandfather was her husband, and they visited her. So there was a typical Alzheimer case.
Yeah.
And
Was she suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's?
she
or?
passed away, and that's
Do you know if she was suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's?
What's really?
Do you know if she was suffering from like dementia or something?
She didn't.
Hmm.
She wasn't aware of anything that time. She used to tell me, you have to go home because the children come home from school. Judy was married already.
Yeah.